Ole Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for my, I won't say preview, because this ain't my preview. But Clemson versus LSU. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, welcome. Don't grope my wife's butt. Wipe your feet off before you come in. And whatever you do, don't say the F word in front of my kids. I don't have to explain to the grandma where they heard the F word from, because they always think it's from me. I'm a clean-mouthed individual. Thank you very much. Bunch of people coming in here, college football, PB10, Chase Henderson's in here. I'm telling you right now, people are showing up left and right. I just come on here, ATL Tiger fan, go Tigers. Man, how do you, ATL Tiger fan, go Tigers? Shoo. People showing up like I'm giving away free oil changes. Sure am glad you're in here today. Tonight, if you watch us in the future, tonight is New Year's Eve. AAP Tigers in here. Bo Weevil, my favorite name. I love Bo Weevil. I always threaten my kids. I say, Bo Weevil's in the years. Better be good or else they won't go away. David Simon's in here. Beckett, you're in here. Good to see you. All right, I'm going to do a quick, listen to me, a quick overview of Clemson, OSU, talk a little bit about LSU and Oklahoma. All right, so let's talk about LSU and Oklahoma. Look, LSU is very talented. You're not going to hear some of this bullcrap that I'm hearing from LSU fans who does not respect Clemson. You don't respect Clemson. There's a few of you out there, you do respect Clemson. You do. You do. You see the game as a toss-up. I'll talk a little bit about that from me. By the way, Michael Forenbacher, my buddy out there in Las Vegas, just gave me $2. Thank you so much, Michael Forenbacher. I'm going to put that towards my beer fund that I'll have to drink in mid to late March. Hopefully after the doctor clears me. And Nice Guy TV just dropped another $2 on top. It's raining money in here. Feel like I'm in the club. I always hear those club songs. That's not my style of music, but one thing I do notice about that club music, there's always big butts around and money's raining everywhere. No wonder everybody's trying to get to the club. But thank y'all so much for supporting Bobby Dirkens. I sure do appreciate it. Bunch of you getting in here. Lord, there's 46 of you already here. I see only 6 thumbs up and there's 46 in here. Lord, y'all go ahead and hit the like button. I sure do appreciate it. Good to see all of you. Happy early New Year. Me and the wife's going to stay up tonight and watch Ryan Seacrest on his 45th show and watch him make more money. Let's get back to what you really showed up here. College football talk. I know you really showed up just to see me, but just college football talk. Oklahoma, I thought their defense had got a little better. Wrong. I called Oklahoma in the upset because I felt like their defense maybe got a little better. Wrong. I admit it. I'm a man. I'm going to tell you right now, that's the reason my wife married me, because I'm a man. Man of my word, too. So if I miss it, I'll admit it. I missed it. Okay? All right? LSU's very talented. Joe Burrow threw 7 touchdowns in the first half. All right? Threw 7 touchdowns in the first half. Oklahoma looked like the Red Hat ladies going out there to play them. All right? Winford Reiner says I sound like Mike Gundy. Oh, man, I'm 40. Right about me. It's also the same man who, for some reason, has a beaver on his head and calls it a mullet. We all know that's a beaver, Mike. We know. LSU is very talented. So I have a lot of LSU people who's coming on here, and they're telling me that they're just going to beat us. There's no reason for y'all to even show up. Don't even there. Don't even do that. Well, LSU, I'm not going to say that about you. I say a lot of things. Like, for instance, went to a family reunion just before I got married to the love of my life, my beautiful, precious wife, Bonnie Dirkens. But I went just before I met her, and my life was changed for the good. And I saw this good-looking girl at my family reunion, and I went, please, Lord, let her be just far enough kin from me that I can date her. Found out she was. And I got to date her. Until her uncle, well, her dad, my uncle, messed it up. Billy Joe, you don't know what you're talking about. I've done quite well for me. I'm a supervisor with the county. Anyway. But I will not sit here and say that LSU is overrated. That LSU has done this, or LSU's not that, or LSU's never seen a team like us. I'm not going to say that. See, all through this season for my LSU brethren who's coming in here, and if you're kind and you want to talk a little trash, that's fine. Show up. I got a big old trash can I'm used to. I'm used to it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a Clemson Tiger fan, you have been hearing, for the majority of Dabo Swinney's run, you've never seen a team like fill in the blank. You've never played a team like fill in the blank. Oh, fill in the blank player. You've never played one like him. Listen, Tua got hurt. All right, he got hurt after he lost to LSU, but he did get hurt. And it is funny how the media will just absolutely run to just anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. They'll run to a story to be able to push a story. Now, am I disrespecting Joe Burrows? No, I'm not. Great story. I think it is absolutely hilarious. Listen to me. It's absolutely hilarious that he couldn't make it at Ohio State. He goes and wins the Heisman Trophy over 2 Ohio State players, but he does a really good job, incredible job, wins the Heisman over at LSU. It's a great story. I like Ed Orgeron. I like it. I like it. But I'm not going to disrespect you. But I'm going to tell you why I believe we are going to run the table. And it's going to be, it could be a toss-up, but why I believe we'll win the game. I want to stop right here. Washington Huskies, my buddy out there in Seattle. He's also originally a Tennessee fan, moved out there. He's got great seats. He'll tweet me his seats. He's up there. If you ever looked at Washington Stadium, they got them big old tops over the top deck. I wish we'd do that at Death Valley, because that sun just beats me down. It looks like I got like a real redneck. But he's got great seats out there. Just super chatting me for $5. Lord, you're trying to get me drunk? Thank you so much, Washington Huskies football. I hope you're doing good. Happy New Year to you, buddy. You said Happy New Year to me. Happy New Year to all of you out there. Thank you so much. He says Tennessee will beat Indiana by 17 points. Wouldn't doubt it. Y'all be good. Thank you, Washington Huskies. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Let's talk about the Tigers. Both quarterbacks are a storied story. Trevor Lawrence already won a national championship. He won a national championship. Listen to me. He won a national championship when everybody said it was not going to happen. It was not going to happen. Everybody said it wasn't going to happen. Goes out there, and not only does he win a national championship, he torches everybody. Now, this is what I hear. Here's the rebuttal. Here's the rebuttal that I hear from everybody. Everybody. Well, Alabama wasn't that good. I'm going to stop right here. 20/20 vision, what they say about it? Or hindsight's 20/20 vision. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. You've heard it. If you don't live under a rock, you've heard it. Okay? It's easy to look back now and Clemson winning 44-16 and forgetting the entire 4.5 months, 5 months, 6 months, on up through the summer leading up to that game. It's easy to forget it. How many times did we hear this may be the best team ever about Alabama? Don't lie. Don't sit there and go, well, it didn't end up being. No, people were scared of them. There were NFL teams who were pissing their drawers not to even play Alabama. And you know it. You know it. Well, that was last year, Bobby. My point is, for all the LSU fans out there who is not paying attention to me, and you think I'm crazy, you are partially right. Okay, you're really right. You want to think that I'm delusional. Maybe one of my meds don't kick in. My point is, We have heard this before. We have heard you've never seen a team like us before. And then everybody forgets it once we beat them. You've played nobody. Well, the year we won our first national championship since 1981, we had the #1 schedule in the country. And even then they said we still couldn't match up with Alabama. And it happened. Here's the thing for LSU fans, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to remind you, LSU fans, you hadn't been in the college football playoffs until this year for a reason. So while you think like a champion, you hadn't been a champion in a long time. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Y'all aren't battle tested. So you're telling me that all those players that returned from last season and that entire coaching staff, save like one linebackers coach, ended up at Boise State. You're saying they're not battle tested? I know tonight's the last night of the year. In the same calendar year, they beat the piss out of Alabama. A team who then was currently better than you. That's what everybody was saying. So before you LSU fans go and drink the juice too much, get a little too drunk on it, remember, we've been there before. This is our 5th consecutive college football playoff. You go and talk to a 5th-year senior on Clemson's team. This is number 5 for them. Half of a decade has been them going to the college football playoff. When was the last playoff you were in? It doesn't matter, Bobby. You're true to a point. But you're acting like you've been there and you've done that. I respect Burrows. I respect Ed Orgeron. I respect a lot of them. But I want to tell you right now, and Jordan, I'm answering your question. Dabo Swinney is eating his share of peanuts. Because he is going to come out there and he is going to take a peanut-filled dookie on your hopes. I didn't say that we were going to blow you out because I don't believe that's going to happen on either side. Some of y'all are talking a lot of trash for a team who almost lost to Auburn. Well, at least we didn't almost lose to UNC. I watched you struggle with Mississippi State near the end of the season. You've hit your stride. You've hit your stride. I give it to you. So have we. That's our story for these 5 years. You have 1 year out of how many? And now all of a sudden you got your shirt buttoned down to in between your nipples, got a little hair, chest hair flowing. You got one of those ugly chains with the bass on it curled up. You're talking mad trash. You don't know what you're saying. It would be like me getting on here going, we're going to beat LSU. There's no question about it. I would be wrong. There is a question about it. That's why we're playing the game. That's why I do respect you. But some of y'all, you're trying to write a check that I don't know if you know whether you can cash it or not. Whether it's good or whether it'll get returned. I'm going to stop right here. Some people has been good to me right here. Lord, let me get through here. I had somebody complain one time and say, I tell you, I get sick and tired of you stopping to thank people about super chats. You mean people who would come on here and support my channel, you get sick of it? If you would do that on your channel, they shouldn't give you a dime. In fact, they should come to your house and take it from you. Let's look down there. Camel Shark, big Florida fan. Regardless outcome, both teams deserve to be there. Love your channel, buddy. Happy New Year. Camel Shark, you gave me $5. I'm going to drink that beer in remembrance and thought of you. Thank you so much. Well, that will be in March when the doctor clears me. Thank you so much, Camel Shark. Happy New Year to you. You won last night. You beat Virginia. Y'all played LSU pretty doggone good. I'm telling you, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then Bailey at B Curve Productions gave me $5. Said, Happy New Year's, Bobby. Happy New Year's to you, Bailey. Hope y'all are being good, taking care of yourself. You don't get out there and drink and drive and end up, hitting a mule. And you're like, how did I hit a mule? I don't know, but you did. And you got blue lights behind you. I hope y'all be safe tonight. Thank you so much, Bailey. Thank you so much, Camel. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got 92 of you in here. Got 34 thumbs up. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. If you hadn't subscribed to me, subscribe to me. It's goodness right here is everywhere. Do you know people are paying money to watch these morons on these big talk shows talk about football, and they've been wrong the majority of the season, and now they're acting like Clemson is something good. Well, I knew it. They didn't know it. So whether I'm on there or not, Who's the professional? Who has 2 thumbs and wearing a Clemson shirt? This guy. Thank you so much. Much for you asking me what I'm drinking. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to drink a little bit of I know y'all going to take my man card from me, but remember I can't drink beer right now. Doctor said no beer. I'm going to cheat a little. I am going to drink some nice champagne I got from me and the wife, and I got Bobby Dirkens Jr. and Bobby Dirkens Jr. Some of that Welch's grapefruit. Only thing is, I hope they don't try to act drunk. Lord help me. Thank you so much. Somebody asked me why no beer. Got bad cholesterol problems. Really shouldn't be drinking the wine, but it's a little better for me than the beer. Bad, so they're giving me till middle of March to get under control. So everybody, thank you so much. Good to see you in here. So let's get back to this thing. Chop says he's on Crown and Sprite right now. Are you at the spot in Seneca on Ramcat Alley? Are you? I want to know. You are? Well, Lord. Get you a Jack and Coke. Get you a Jack and Coke. You said you was the other night. Get your Jack and Coke. I'll take that any day of the week. Somebody asked me to do my Ed Orgeron. Ed Orgeron actually talked about Travis Etienne in a recent interview with the State Magazine. State Magazine, by the way, is like 2 miles, if that, from Williams-Brice. So I always wondered, why were they always really heavy Gamecock leaning? And when I saw where Williams-Brice was like here, and you go on down, and here's State Magazine, paper, I realized it. But they wrote the deal where Ed Orgeron talked about he hates missing out on Travis Etienne. In fact, people are reaching out to him going, how on you-know-what did you miss out on this guy from Jennings, Louisiana? And he said it made him sick. In fact, I'm going to read this. It's actually out of the State Magazine. You can go look it up. Some people have been asking me for my Ed Orgeron impression. I'm going to read it for you as Ed Orgeron. Let me get my Ed Orgeron. Let me get my Ed Orgeron wig. This is kind of like behind the scenes. I heard that. Yeah, let's see. This is Ed. This is what he said. All the time I wonder how it is. I know it happened. Every time I watch Clemson play, every time I see him having success, I'm sick to my stomach. Obviously, we like our running backs. We have great running backs here. But we wanted Travis Etienne at the end. But it was too little. Too late. There you go, right there, right there. Everybody you asked for it, I almost put my glasses on. Look like a dork with my glasses on. Thank you so much. A bunch of you's in here. Thank you so much. But that's what Ed said about missing out. Also, I've heard that Etienne's mother has been receiving threats from LSU fans. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Clemson has some stupid fans. If you go on, there's a big Clemson website. It's really well known. I'm not going to call it out here, but it starts with Tiger and it ends with Net. I didn't say that out loud. I don't have a problem with TigerNet. I don't have a problem with the people who runs it. But if you go on TigerNet, they've said some really bad things about me. Somebody wants me to give you a score prediction. I'll do that before the game next week. I'll give you that. Of course I'm going to have suspense. I got 111 people in here. Hey, man, what you doing? Happy New Year. I'm going to read this. This is from USA Today. Not much for reading USA Today. Donetta Etienne, the mother of Clemson star running back, Travis Etienne, said she has been inundated. I don't like to use that word. I'm trying to be like fancy or something. With disturbing talk heading into Clemson's showdown against LSU. The Etiennes live in Jennings, Louisiana, a small town about an hour and a half west of the LSU campus in Baton Rouge. We from Louisiana, Donetta wrote in a post on her Twitter account, we're getting all kind of threats. Sad but true. God is in control. I feel you there, Donetta. Praise the Lord. Nothing can penetrate the blood of Jesus. I tell you right now, I'm about to get up and run for a second. Whew, Lord, I felt good. I'm about to start shouting. Donetta, laying it down. You go and you threaten Donetta, and the blood of Jesus will smack you in the face. So you better leave her alone. No, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know why Donetta would be getting anything from LSU, because 75% of you, now some of you good LSU fans, I'm glad you're on here. I'm glad you talk a little trash here and there. Y'all were too darn confident. I remember a season when Clemson was really, really confident. It was before Sweeney took over. In fact, it was the year that Sweeney did take over. And they played this team who had a coach who had come back from the NFL, didn't do really good in the NFL, but he won a national championship at guess where? LSU. And he had left y'all, and he went to the NFL, and he coached for the Miami Dolphins. And I'm going to tell you right now, it was like watching two retarded monkeys punch each other in the face. It was that bad. And in that moment, he comes back to Alabama, first season, not that good. Second season, I think it was this season, comes out, playing in the Georgia Dome. Clemson looks really good. Have all these talent on here and there, you know. And we come dancing. I remember they come dancing out of the tunnel. Oh, they were dancing. They looked like they were at the club, and they were listening about juicy butts and money flying everywhere and getting hammered and maybe smoking a little something green that rhymes with marijuana. And boy, they were doing it and everything. And before you know it, listen to me. Before you know it, they got their head beat in, and their coach, who was coaching for them about 6 or 7 games into the season, was not their coach anymore. That's not going to happen with LSU, but I am telling you the LSU fans are way too confident. I would respect it if LSU fans was going here going, if there's anybody who can contend with y'all right now and dethrone you, it's us. It's us. Us! Benjamin said, who was the coach? That was Nick Saban coaching Alabama. It was his second season. And in the NFL, he was a joke. Benjamin, you're talking about I was Tommy Bowden. I'll tell you, this is, and I'm about to close this down. This deals nothing with LSU and Clemson. Word is that where Bowden, I don't know whether this is true or not, but I'm going to throw it out there. There's 121 people on here. I really don't care. You probably won't believe me anyway. Word is from somebody I know that Terry Don Phillips pulled Tommy Bowden into the office. They lost to Wake Forest. With that talent, they should never lost to them. Should have went neck and neck with Alabama. Alabama blew them out of the water, 34-10. Only touchdown we had was kick return by C.J. Spiller. But he pulled him into the office. He looked at Tommy, and at this point, statistically, there was no chance that we could win the ACC. And he looked at him. He said, "I have to have an ACC championship this year. You have the talent. You have the funds. You have not the funds, but you have the facilities that come from the funds and everything." And Coach Bowden, who I believe is a good man and not a bad football coach, I just don't think Clemson was a place for him. At the end of the day, I just think it overstayed. Put it that way. And he said, statistically, I can't do that. I can't win this. And from what I've heard from behind the scenes, and I got ears everywhere down there, he said, we got a problem. And that's when he was gone and Dabo came in. They placed a wide receivers coach as our head coach. And I wasn't too happy about it. But things are doing great. Things are doing great. He's won 2 national championships, now 5 consecutive college football playoff games. Here's the deal. When LSU walks into that game on the 13th on a Monday night, they'll walk into it at home. They'll walk into it into a New Year's, or not a New Year's, but a New Orleans home. They're there in Louisiana. It doesn't get no more Louisiana than New Orleans. All right? Baton Rouge maybe, but New Orleans. When everybody says New Orleans, you know it's Louisiana. So I give you that. I believe in that. I believe in Ed Orgeron. I think it's a great story. I believe Joe Burrows is the man, and we cannot play around with Joe Burrows because you listen to me. I'll say this as a Clemson fan. If we play around with Joe Burrows, and if we open up flat like we did against OSU, we do have problems. So you hear me? Everybody hear that? Hey, did you hear it? There's 129 of you in there. Hit the like button if you heard it. But I want you to hear this as God is my witness. When we go to the college football playoff, the Clemson Tigers go to college football playoffs, that's been our home for 5 years. So while you'll be home in Louisiana, and it should feel good, and I'd be happy if the game was here somewhere in South Carolina. Though you're at home, no, we're at home. And that's why I believe we're going to play this game and win it, but I'll give you a score prediction next week. I'm Bobby Dirkens. There's 132 of you in here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everybody who went in here and gave me a super chat. I do appreciate it. To all you good LSU fans, I appreciate you coming in here. Talk your trash. Tell me what you're doing tonight. Put it on my board. Put on here. Let me know what you're doing tonight for your New Year's. Let me know. Put it on here. Let me know what you're doing tonight. Be safe out there. Some of you, I know you want to go have a good time, and I know you don't want to be in the slammer in the morning. How'd you kick off 2020? Well, I kicked off as cellmate 1475B. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. And most of all, I don't want you to get hurt. But you go out there and you take care of yourself. If you don't know me, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Lord knows I'll keep showing out.